Good morning, scholars and staff. This is MB News, and I'm your host, Isaac, and these are my co-hosts, Brittany and Davina. For Staff of the Week, we have Miss Cisneros, and for third grade, and Rodolfo Reyes. Make sure to congratulate them if you see them outside. For birthdays for this month, we have Miss Orozco, that was on the 15th, and Miss Nico on the 19th. Now moving on with Brittany with the yearbooks.
Thank you, Isaac. Scholars, if you want a yearbook, they are 10% off if you buy them before Halloween. And you can also get 2 custom pages if you go to www.cheering.com. To buy your 2 custom pages, the regular price is $20. Now, moving on to Davina with Kona Ice.
Thank you, Brittany. Today we are going to be talking about Boogerams and Kona Ice. So let's start off with Boogerams. Boogerams are selling out quickly, so go buy your Boogerams. They are $1 each, and you will be getting them on the 31st, and you will be able to purchase them before the 31st as well. There is a cart rolling around and you can buy them. Now on to Kona Ice. So we will be having Kona Ice on Wednesday, and don't forget your reusable cup so you can save the world. The prices are, the big one is $6, the color cup is $5, and the small one is $3. Now on to Kiana.
Thank you, Davina. Next week on Monday, the 22nd, the book fair is going to be open until the school ends. I think you should go check it out, and if you want to, you should help Miss Abasat. She'll get the book fair ready. You should help her out during morning recess and your afternoon on your free time. Now moving on to Rochelle with yard duty schedule.
Thank you, Kiana. And now moving on with some yard duty schedule. For kinder, we have Miss Patron and Miss Navarro. And for second and third, we have Miss Cisneros and Miss Torguera and Mrs. Clark. And for first and fourth, we have Mrs. Sosno and Miss Aguilar and Mrs. Orozco. And for fifth and sixth, we have Miss Hernandez, Miss Carey, and Miss Moreno. So now moving on with Oscar with some sports.
Thank you, Rochelle. Volleyball lost to Fremont. The score was 15-8. This weekend they play Sanchez. Hopefully they win. Flag football had a tie to Steinbach. This weekend they played Loyal. Good luck, scholars. Golf is on Monday on campus 4 to 6. Now moving on to Isaiah with
Wait. Now, before we move with some local news, we have Miss Moreno and Miss Murillo.
Good morning. We are here with some breaking news. Something I value the most in people is honesty, even in the most difficult situations. We had an amazing thing happen here at Montevela, and I'm going to let Ms. Murillo tell you about it.
Thank you, Ms. Moreno. So, like she said, honesty is a great thing to value in people, and I had a first-hand account from Samuel, our custodian. I had a $20 bill in my back pocket of my pants and did not even notice I had dropped it until I got home. What I thought was, lesson learned. Don't carry money in your pocket. The next morning, Ms. Moreno came to my classroom and said, "Did you by any chance lose something?" And I said, "I lost $20. And she had a note with my $20 from Samuel, who found the $20 in the teacher's restroom, and he could have easily kept it. And he turned it into Ms. Moreno because he knew that it was one of the teacher's $20 that they had dropped. So that is something that I value so much in people, and karma's gonna give them something good. You do something good, you get something good in return. So I'm very happy with Samuel and very appreciative.
Samuel, estamos muy agradecidos por ser una persona tan honesta. And kids, this is a good lesson because the core value this month for the First T is honesty. So let's take what we're learning in First T here at Montevela and make Montevela a better place.
Thank you, Samuel, for being very honest in Montebella and picking up $20 and instead he had a chance taking the $20, but instead he was honest and gave it to the person who it belonged to. Now on with local news. There is wildfire going on right now and taking a lot of land. And there is a 15-year-old singer who plays a guitar and is from Santa Cruz, California, that performed on The Voice. The Voice Kids is a TV show for kids to show their talent for singing. And when the judges press the buzzer, they turn their chair and see a full view of the singer. The 15-year-old's name is Anthony Aria. He played for a few seconds when he realized Adam Levine pressed the button when his chair spun around and took Anthony by choice. Anthony Aria promised to KSBW that he would have played Tuesday, October 16 at 8 p.m. at the Battleground. Adam Levine said, "Your whole situation, the way you engage with the audience, the way you sing, you are so special, dude. People are going to fall in love with how you do it." Oh, and Arabella, didn't your dad tell you something about SpaceX?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure my dad said that since he works in Monterey County, Landsman Corporation, that they worked with SpaceX for a little and put a monitor in a rocket. I believe it was a rocket.
Now on with Carlos with World News.
Thank you, Isaiah. Well, that 15-year-old must be really talented. Now on to world news. Hurricane Michael is now a Category 4 hurricane that reached Florida not too long ago. More than 500,000 people were ordered to evacuate. The hurricane brought a life-threatening storm surge up to 14 feet. It destroyed an unknown number of homes throughout its path. Hurricane Michael has climbed up to 155 miles per hour winds with a huge surge of seawater. This natural disaster has ranked up to at least 6 deaths since the hurricane first arrived. Florida citizens are out of many things. For example, a tree flew down on Angel Smith's home. After this, 2 feet of seawater found its way into the home. This is what she said: "My house is demolished. We need water. We need cell phone service." Cell phone service is a huge thing. Water, power, everything. Florida has been covered in rubble ever since the hurricane first hit. First responders say they helped 20 people out of the houses throughout the day. They also said they helped transfer 4 families and their pets to Panama City since they were in Mexico Beach. 2 people were transferred because of special reasons. First responders have saw big problems lately, but what stood out to them was that homeowners in Florida were starting to clean up the deadly mess and have been cut deeply and have been stepping on nails because of the rubble that is in the way. First responders have set up a small medical tent for families who may need assistance or guidance along the way. Michael has left many people devastated and at risk because of Hurricane Michael. Areas that are surrounded by it have been receiving heavy downpours. There can potentially be tornadoes and definitely some flash floods. I will obviously be hoping that these homes will be rebuilt and soon will become hurricane-proof. But remember that united we stand, divided we fall. Now moving on to Arabella.
Thank you, Carlos. That's just some sad news. But today I'll be talking about Christopher Columbus, also known for other people, Indigenous Peoples Day. There are 2 types of people for thoughts of Christopher Columbus. Those 2 types of people are pros and cons. Oh, and Isaiah, didn't you learn anything from the article we read, Should We Celebrate Christopher Columbus?
Well, in fact, yes, I did learn some things. Now that on Monday I celebrated it, not knowing that Christopher Columbus. At first, when I did not know anything about Christopher Columbus, I thought he was a real hero for finding America, because without America, I wonder where we would live. And now that I celebrated it, now that I read the article and I took quiz on it, I found that he wasn't really a hero. He was just a person with a lot of hate in his heart. Not having much faith. He was very mean to people. Next time I will celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day.
Thank you, Isaiah, for your information. Now, for pro people that are for it and give lots of respect for him, do not think he caused harm, do not think he caused trouble, do not think he brought the disease, and recognized the good of him. Con people that don't give as much respect as the pro people and are not for it think he caused trouble, brought the disease, should not recognize the bad he did, like suffering and discrimination that he did. And personally, I'm a con person, but you guys may have some different thoughts of Christopher Columbus, and that's fine. Thanks for watching MB News, Scholars and Staff. Choose wisely, and what do we say every single day? Go Scholars!